Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Bridgestone Battlax T30 Sport Touring Tire, available at RevZilla.com. So the Bridgestone Battlax T30 is the new big brother of the BT023, which used to be the flagship in the sport touring line. And when we talk about sport touring, we talk about performance-oriented riding in motorcycles that are really seeing a multitude of riding conditions. So longer distances, wet grip, dry grip, all of that comes into play when you see a multitude of riding conditions, and the tire needs to be able to typically hit all of it. So you're going to see great grip patterns, nice aggressive tread patterns, but then you're going to see enough grooves to be able to eject water and give you that wet weather performance. Now, the big changes moving forward with the T30 versus the BT023 are going to be dry performance and handling. And remember, you're still getting longevity and you're still getting wet performance, but what they've done is they've optimized both the anatomy of the tire as well as optimize the tread pattern on both to create better performance, both in cornering and straight line. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. Now, if we look at it, you're still looking at a single compound front and a dual compound rear. Now, they've also improved the NanoPro-Tech that actually integrates the silica compound within these tires, so you're going to get a better range of performance through everything from cold and damp to really extreme heat type of scenarios on this bad boy, and they've taken that DNA from the MotoGP universe. Now, that's consistent on both tires, and from a fit standpoint, you're going to see a full range here. So fronts in 17, 18, and 19, rears in 17 and 18-inch rim sizes. There's also some GT spec for your FJRs and your K1300s that are going to give you that heavier carcass. Now, moving into the anatomy of each tire specifically, let's look at the front first. Remember, single compound. And if we look at the tread pattern, it's going to be optimized for this year. So down the center line, longitudinally, what they've done is given you this T pattern. And versus the BT023, you're actually going to see left grooves. So what it's done is it's giving you a little bit more rubber down the center line, it's offset, and it's actually going to be a bit more stable at speed. What they've also done is they've changed this pattern to offset the fact that they've changed the belting scheme inside the tire. So it's an actually physically lighter tire now, but what they've done to make up for that is they've changed the block pattern and they've changed the tread pattern so you get some increased block stiffness. So you're making up for the lighter weight belt pattern with an improved tread pattern. Looking onto the sidewall, that's the other big change. You're going to see that on both tires. They've optimized for better surface area, better contact patch in the sidewall. You're going to see where these grooves stop. You see it more specifically here on the rear tire, but then also the way that they've offset these with these angular grooves coming in, they're going to give you better block stiffness. So when you are leaned over on the bike in a more dry grip performance style of riding, you're going to get better and more consistent response on the sidewall of the tire. Now, moving into the rear tire, remember, it's dual compound, harder down the center, it's going to be softer towards the sidewalls, and again, you see this theme of this optimized tread pattern with these curved grooves. Notice how they're shorter grooves to create even more contact patch area, more surface area, and you're going to have the curved grooves with, again, add that block stiffness. So when you are on the sidewall, you're going to get a more consistent, more stable response. So again, this tire is going to turn in faster. It's because it's lighter weight, less non-suspended weight. It's also going to corner better and more consistently because both tires, again, are going to have more rubber on the road when it is leaned over. And that's, again, the big selling points. And you're still getting the fact of that multi-season performance, and you're still getting the longevity of sport touring tire versus something like a hyper sport tire. And within the Bridgestone line, that would be something with an S in front of it versus with a T. Now, in the same category, if you want a little bit of better wet weather performance, something like the Michelin PR4 is going to be more siped, and that's going to be a little bit less of a stiff tire. But again, on wet weather, it's going to perform a little bit better. But you're going to still see the Metzeler Road-Tech Z8 play in that pool, and the Dunlop Road Smart would be the key competitors for this bad boy. So the next step in your journey is to really read other customer reviews of the new Bridgestone Battlax T30 at RevZilla.com. Remember, start with my help, my good information to help set you down the path, but read what other riders who have put thousands of miles on this bad boy are saying about it at RevZilla.com. As always, we'll ship for free, and if you want to talk tires with a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Bridgestone Battlax T30 Sport Touring Tire. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.